Hello everyone, how are you all? So again, I'm going to discuss chemical bonding chapter today, and previously we have discussed what is ionic bond, what is covalent bond, what is coordinate bond, and what is formal charge. We have made discussion on these things. Now we are going to discuss how we can draw the structure of a molecule with the help of certain rules. So today's topic is structure determination with the help of some rules. So there are two methods by which we can draw the structure of any molecule very easily. So the first method, that is mainly applicable for those compounds in which central atom is from second period. So now we are going to discuss structure of a molecule with the help of certain rules. So these are the rules for the determination of structure of a compound. So you have to know, first of all, we have to calculate N1. N1 is the number of valence electron from all atoms plus number of negative charge minus number of positive charge. Then after we have to find N2. This is N1 and this is N2. N2 is the number of hydrogen atom into 2 plus number of other atoms into 8. Then N3 equal to N2 minus N1, that is the number of shared electron, number of bonds equal to N3 by 2. And N4, this is N3 and N4. N4 equal to N1 minus N3, that is the number of unshared electron, and the number of lone pair electron equal to N4 by 3. Find out central atom. Central atom is that atom which is less in number, high covalency, less in number, high covalency, high atomic weight, and lower electronegativity. So central atom is characterized by these things. But the main thing that will decide the central atom is the high covalency. Those atoms which are less in number having high covalency will be the central atom of the molecule. Now using N3 and N4, structure is to be drawn in such a way by which octet of every atom get completed. And then after we have to find the formal charge. Formal charge equal to P minus Q minus R, this one. And you can see P is the number of valence electron, Q is the number of bonds associated with atom, R is the number of unshared electron present on atom. I am giving you an example. With the help of example, you will find the structure determination rules very easily. Suppose you have to find the structure of NO3 minus. Then calculate N1. N1 equal to number of valence electron from all atom. One nitrogen contain 5 electron and 3 oxygen, 3 into 6, plus number of negative charge. NO3 contain minus 1, then minus a plus 1, minus number of positive charge. So there is no positive charge in NO3 minus, so it is now 24. Now N2 equal to number of hydrogen atom into 2, so 0 into 2, plus other atom into 8. Other atom are total 4 atom, 3 oxygen and 1 nitrogen, so 4 into 8, this is equal to 32. Now N3 equal to 32 minus 24 equal to 8, this one. Now number of bonds equal to, so number of bonds equal to 8 by 2 means 4. Total number of 4 bonds in NO3 minus. Now we have to find N4. N4 equal to N1 minus N3, यानी 24 minus 8 equal to 16 unshared electron. तो जो lone pair electrons, now lone pair electron equal to 16 by 2 equal to 8, means total 8 lone pair of electrons are present in this molecule. Now find out central atom. You can find in case of NO3, N is less in number, so central atom is nitrogen. And nitrogen is attached with 3 oxygen with the help of 4 bonds. Nitrogen is attached with 3 oxygen with the help of 4 bonds. So we can draw a structure of NO3 like this. This is 1 oxygen with double bond and 2 oxygen with single bond. Now we have to complete octet of each atom. You can see nitrogen contain 4 bonds, so its octet is complete, while this oxygen contain double bond means 4 electron, it means it required 4 more electron. So 2 lone pair electrons. This oxygen contain one bond means 2 electron, means 6 more electron required to complete octet, that is 3 lone pair of electron. It also required 3 more lone pair electron. You can see we have used total 3, 3, 6 and 2, 8 lone pair electron, and you can see compound contain total 8 lone pair electron. So that lone pair electron will be used to complete octet of every atom in that molecule. But this is the structure of NO3, and we have to find the structure of NO3 minus. So now we have to calculate formal charge on each atom. Now we have to find the formal charge on each atom. So formal charge on nitrogen. Formal charge on nitrogen. Formal charge is P minus Q minus R. P is the number of valence electrons, so nitrogen contain 5 electron in valence shell. Q is the number of bonds associated atoms, so this nitrogen contain 4 bonds. Minus R. R is the number of unshared electrons, so there is no unshared electron on nitrogen. So this is 0, that is equal to plus 1. Now formal charge on double bonded oxygen. This double bond oxygen contains 6 electron in valence shell. This contains 2 bonds. Unshared electron 4, 0. Now formal charge on single bonded oxygen. You can see this single bonded oxygen contains 6 electron, 1 bonds, and total 6 unshared electron. So this is equal to minus 1. Now I can draw the structure of NO3 minus like this. This is N double bond O, this is O, this is O. This N contain formal charge plus, this contain minus, this contain minus, and each oxygen contains 6 electrons. You can see. This minus, and each oxygen contains 6 electrons. So now you can see this is the real structure of NO3 minus. So with the help of this rule, you will find a structure of any complicated molecule. Now I'm again giving you another example. Suppose you have to find the structure of NO2 minus. Suppose you have to find the structure of NO2 plus. So first of all, calculate N1 equal to 1 into 5 plus 2 into 6 minus 1. There is one positive charge, so now this is equal to 16. N2 equal to 1 into 0 into 2. No hydrogen atom, so now it is 0 into 2 plus total 3 atom, 3 into 8, this is equal to 24. Now N3 equal to 24 minus 16 equal to 8, means total bonds equal to 4, bonds equal to 8 by 2 means 4. Now N4 equal to N1 minus N3, this is 16 minus 8 equal to 8. So lone pair electron equal to 8 by 2 means 4. You can see in NO2 plus central atom is nitrogen. So nitrogen is attached with 2 oxygen with the help of 4 bond, means each oxygen attached with nitrogen by double bond. Like this. Now we have to complete octet of every atom. So you can see in case of nitrogen, there are 4 bonds. 4 bond means 8 electrons. This oxygen contain 2 bond. 2 bond means 4 electron, means 4 more electron is required like this. Now we have to find the formal charge on each atom. This is NO2 and we have to find the structure of NO2 plus. Now formal charge on nitrogen. So this is equal to 5 minus 4 minus 0 equal to plus 1. Formal charge on oxygen. This is equal to 6 minus 2 minus 4 equal to 0. So now the real structure of NO2 plus is like this. This N will have positive charge and each oxygen will contain 2 lone pair of electron like this. So this is the structure of NO2 plus. Similarly, suppose you have to find the structure of CO3 minus 2. You will find the structure by same rule. First of all, you have to find N1, N2, N3. So N1 equal to 1 into 4. 1 carbon contain 4 electron plus 3 oxygen, 3 into 6 plus 2 negative charge. So again this is 24. Now N2 equal to 0 into 2, no hydrogen atom, plus total 4 atom, 3 oxygen and 1 carbon, plus 4 into 8, this is equal to 32. Now N3 equal to 32 minus 24 equal to, this is 8, so bonds equal to 8 by 2, bonds equal to 8 by 2 means 4. Now N4 equal to N1 minus N3, and 24 minus 8 equal to 16. So lone pair electron equal to 16 by 2 means 8. So you can see in case of carbonate, CO3 minus 2 central atom is carbon, and carbon is attached with 3 oxygen with the help of 4 bonds. It means 1 oxygen by double bond and 2 other oxygen by single bond. So the structure of CO3 will be like this. Now we have to complete octet of every atom. You can see carbon contain 4 bond, it means 8 electron. This oxygen contains single bond, means 2 electron. That is 6 more electron is required. 6 more electron means 3 lone pair of electron on this single bonded oxygen. This oxygen contain double bond means 4 electron. That is 4 more electron is required to complete octet. So we have to use 2 lone pair electron. We have used total 8 lone pair electron, 3, 3, 6 and 2, 8, and this is the 8 lone pair electron that we have to use maximum 8 lone pair electrons. But this is the CO3 and we have to draw the structure of CO3 minus 2. So now calculate formal charge on each atom. Now formal charge on carbon. So carbon contain 4 electron in valence shell, and this carbon attached with 4 bonds minus 0 unshaded electron. So formal charge on carbon is 0. Now formal charge on double bonded oxygen. Formal charge on double bonded oxygen. Oxygen contains 6 electron, 2 bonds associated with atom and 4 unshaded electrons. So again charge is 0. Now formal charge on single bonded oxygen. Oxygen contains 6 electron, 1 bonds, and oxygen contain 6 unshaded electrons. So now it is minus 1. Now we can draw the structure of CO3 minus 2 like this. This is C double bond O, this is O, this is O. This oxygen contain 2 lone pair, this oxygen contain 3 lone pair, this also contain 3 lone pair. But this single bonded oxygen contain formal charge minus 1. So this is the structure of CO3 minus 2 right now. So normally you can't draw the structure of these molecules very easily, but the help of this formula you can find structure of such molecule in easy way with accurate answer. Suppose we have to draw the structure of NH4 plus. NH4 plus. Now NH4 plus, we have to find N1, N2, N3, N4, all these. First of all, N1. So 1 into 5 plus 4 into 1 minus 1 positive charge, this is equal to 8. Now N2, hydrogen atom are 4, so 4 into 2 plus 1 into 8, this is equal to 16. N2 equal to number of hydrogen atom into 2 plus number of other atoms into 8. 4 hydrogen, 1 nitrogen, 4 into 2 plus 1 into 8. N3 equal to N1 minus N2, N2 minus N1 means 16 minus 8 equal to 8. So bonds equal to 8 by 2, that is 4. Now N4 equal to N1 minus N3 means 8 minus 8, that is 0. So lone pair electron will be 0. N4 is the number of unshaded electrons. 0 unshaded electron means 0 lone pair of electron. You can see in NH4 plus the central atom is nitrogen, and nitrogen is attached with 4 hydrogen with the help of 4 bonds. It means all hydrogen held with nitrogen by single bond. This is the structure of NH4. Now we have to complete octet on each atom. So nitrogen contain 4 bond, octet completed. In case of hydrogen, octet is not required, duet is required. So again duet is completed. But this is NH4 and we have to find the structure of NH4 plus. So now we have to calculate formal charge on each atom. So formal charge on nitrogen, 5 minus 4 minus 0 equal to plus 1. Number of bonds of hydrogen or number of bonds of nitrogen minus number of bonds associated with nitrogen, 4 bonds, unsaid electron 0. And formal charge on hydrogen, this is 1 minus 0 equal to 0. So I can write this NH4 plus like this. This is N contain formal charge positive, 1 positive charge. So this is now NH4 plus. So you can see by the help of this rule we can draw the structure of any molecule very easily. Now by using this rule, you have to draw the structure of some molecule. Suppose you have to find the structure of NO2 minus, Cn minus, O2 minus 2, N3 minus, O3. O3 means ozone, N3 minus is azide. You have to find the structure of HCN. You have to find the structure of HNC. In case of HCN, the central atom will be carbon, while in case of HNC, central atom will be nitrogen. You have to find the structure of CO, carbon monoxide, NO plus. So it's your homework. You have to draw the structure of these molecules with the help of this rule. So this rule is basically important for those compounds in which central atom is from second period. But if central atom is not from second period, if central atom is from third period and onward, this rule is not applicable. This rule is applicable when central atom is from second period. Means for this rule, central atom should be from second period only. That is, central atom should be carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, etc., etc. But if central atom is from third period, suppose central atom is phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, silicon, then this rule is not applicable. So how we can draw the structure of those molecules in which central atom is from third period onward? Then we have to find the second rule for the determination of structure. So in the next lecture, we will find the second rule for the determination of structure. That's all in this lecture. Thank you very much.